When humans first cracked faster-than-light communication, they were joyously welcomed into the galactic network. It was fascinating to watch them meet the 152 known species, wide-eyed and full of optimism. There were diplomatic visits, gifts exchanged, trade agreements signed. Humans were eager to explore, to share, and to learn. Some species embraced them fully, while others remained more distant, preferring to observe from afar. But then there was the Threxian Dominion. The only empire spanning more than a dozen worlds, their dominance in both military and commerce was legendary. Humans, being the curious and diplomatic species they are, sent emissaries to the Threxian homeworld. Weeks later, a chilling message arrived. The human envoys were dead. The Dominion offered no condolences, only a brief, cold acknowledgement of their deaths, claiming the humans had been cremated as per Earth's customs. But something didn't add up. It was a team of Zuriel investigators who unearthed the horrifying truth. Disguised as workers, they infiltrated the deepest recesses of Threxian space. What they found was unimaginable. The human envoys had not perished on arrival. They had been captured, tortured, and experimented on. Though the Zuriel team was lost, their findings survived the journey through hyperspace, reaching all corners of the galaxy. And then silence fell. In the heart of New Beijing, humanity's interstellar council gathered. Soren Kade ascended the platform, a man burdened by the weight of the moment. Before him, hundreds of human and alien delegates sat, representing countless worlds and species, while billions more watched the broadcast from across the stars. The galaxy was waiting, many with pity, some with cold anticipation, to see how the humans would react to this dark revelation. Kade gripped the podium, his voice steady but full of restrained fury. Citizens of Earth, and all human colonies beyond, I greet you. Today, we face a truth that none of us wish to hear, yet one we must confront. The crowd fell deathly silent, hanging on his every word. When we received news that our ambassadors to the Threxian Dominion had perished before arriving, we mourned. But now we know the truth. They did arrive, and what awaited them was far worse than death. They were imprisoned, tortured, turned into experiments. Gasps and murmurs rippled through the audience. And when the Threxians had satisfied their sick curiosities, they began something even more sinister. They've been breeding human slaves. Right now, in the dark corners of the Threxian Empire, thousands of our people live in bondage, having never known the freedom of their home, their history, their families. Kade's voice grew hard, and his fist clenched. We stand here today, not just as mourners, but as witnesses to an atrocity that demands justice. The room tensed, the weight of his words sinking in. Before this session, I spoke with representatives from 133 species. Some expressed sorrow. Others warned us to stay out of the Dominion's way. They say the Threxians are too powerful, that we are too young, too inexperienced. They think they're protecting us. But we will not be protected by silence. We will not stand by as our people are enslaved and brutalized. The Threxians have shown us their cruelty. Now we must show them our resolve. The crowd stirred. A rising energy filled the air. There is another truth, one that burns bright in the heart of every human being. We fight for what is right, for what is just, for freedom. The audience leaned in, anticipation growing. Today, I felt the weight of our ancestors on my shoulders, and I felt their strength. I know you feel it too. The fire that is kindling within you, the rage that comes from knowing your people have been wronged. How dare they? How dare they steal our sons and daughters, our brothers and sisters? The Threxian Dominion must be stopped. Billions across the galaxy were glued to their screens, watching the human leader's fiery speech. You know what the symbol behind me represents. It is the banner of unity, the emblem of our shared humanity. I call upon every one of us, those on Earth, in the colonies, and scattered across the stars, to come together, to fight, to end this tyranny. As we have done throughout history, we will rise, united, to face this enemy. The hall erupted into applause, but Kade wasn't finished. We will not just wage war. We will wage a war unlike any the galaxy has ever seen. We will fight with every fiber of our being. We will bring the full might of humanity to bear. And we will not stop until every slave is free and every chain is broken. The Threxians will know the cost of their cruelty. Roars of approval echoed through the chamber. This conflict will not be short, nor will it be easy. But we choose the fight. We choose the struggle because it is right. We will fight for our people, for our future, for our freedom. No surrender, no mercy, only victory. To war. The crowd exploded into chants of, to war, as the rallying cry spread like wildfire. Light years away, the Threxian council scrambled, their cold, calculating minds trying to make sense of this sudden uprising. An emotion crept into their collective consciousness, one that had long been foreign to them. It was fear. On the distant world of Kalar, deep in the temple of the Eltari mystics, the High Oracle watched the speech in silence. Her advisors murmured around her, their voices filled with caution. High Oracle, the humans cannot hope to survive a prolonged war with the Dominion. It is in our best interest to calm this storm before it grows. The Oracle raised a hand, quieting them. She gazed at the flickering image of Kade on the viewing crystal, his face set in determination. I met him once, long ago, she whispered, almost to herself. He was different then. Younger, full of wonder. Her eyes narrowed as she studied his face, now burning with resolve. I never thought he could be so dangerous.
This is the end of the story. Thank you for watching and making it through its entirety. If you enjoyed this story, please consider liking and subscribing.